Today, we're making Metemgee, also known as Metem. This sweet coconutty soup in Guyana is so loved, and you know what? It's also very easy to make. Let me show you just how I did it. The sweetness of this soup comes from the coconut milk as well as the plantain, the ripe plantain that you use. So first of all, I'm going to get chopping up with all of the aromatics. Here I'm using some onion, garlic, thyme. I believe that thyme, both fresh and dried, are very important to this dish because it really helps to build the flavor profile. Matter of fact, the coconut milk, the plantain, and the thyme, these three are the flavor builders in this dish. Now that we have all of the aromatics chopped up, now let's get working on the ground provision. This is one of my favorite parts because really and truly, you can play around with whatever you want to put into this dish. Here I've got some ripe plantain as well as green plantain. I've got sweet potato as well as regular potato. Now, while it's not traditional to put regular potato, you can because I want to add the things that I want to eat, right? But sweet potato, a definite man in this. Also cassava, that's a must as well. I also added some green figs because I had that on hand and I really do like the added flavor it gives to this as well. Now that we're done with all of the chopping up and washing up and everything, now let's get some oil into that pan and add your green seasonings or aromatics. Salt it up for a little bit, then in with the green provision. Now you're going to cook that down for about a minute or two and then in with coconut milk, specifically only coconut milk for this dish because that is what brings the flavor to Metem. Now we're going to cook that low and slow and cover it and let it boil very nicely. As you can see, I also added some dried thyme when I was finished with everything in the pot. That, like I said, is the real flavor to this dish. If you never made metem with dried thyme, let me just tell you that you're missing out, and try it the next time you do. Now, while you can eat metem with basically anything or even by itself because it is a 10-10 dish all by itself, the most favorite thing to eat it with is fried fish on top. Now, there are some people who would put the fried fish or the protein, whatever they're using, inside of the metem. I do like my metem plain and whatever I'm eating it with to be placed on top when it's finished. So here I really was feeling for some fine crispy fried banga, and that's exactly what I did. So I washed it, seasoned it very nicely, allow it to marinate for like about an hour, and then we're going to be frying this up at the end of the dish. Now, I don't know about you, but just how coconut is to metem, I believe dumplings or duff is to soup in general. Don't give me no soup if it don't got dumplings inside, or duff as you want to call it. So I made this very easily. I added the flour, baking powder. I also added some yeast because that gives a nice fluffy texture to this, and some salt and some sugar and butter, of course, because if the duff ain't got butter, baby, it's not duff. Just when the metem had about 10 minutes left, I added the duff. I covered it so that it gets steamed very nicely, and this is the best metem you will ever have. Metem is such a flavorful dish and also very easy to make. I hope that you follow these steps and you make it very soon. Now, of course, we're going to get to frying that fish. I'm just going to lightly cover this in flour, dust off the excess, fry, and this is exactly what I wanted. Now, snapper and trout are all extremely good choices for metem, but I really felt like having this fine banga, so it's all crunchy and nice. And guys, I don't know about you, but I do not like bones in meats in general, and fish worse yet. So I don't care how small the banga is, I got to remove all the bones from it, including that middle bone. That thing just bothered me when I eat it, and I got to get that bone out of my mouth. Man, listen, so I'm gonna put in the extra effort and time to remove those bones. Fried very nicely, plate up, and metem is a thing. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I gotta eat metem as soon as it's done. Hot off the stove, fry fish hot, everything hot, and just chow down. And guys, this is how easy it is to make metem. I really do hope that you give this a try, because if you are a Guyanese and don't know to make metem, I'm sorry to tell your friend, but you're gonna have to hand over your Guyanese card because you just can't have it anymore. Thanks for watching, and I enough frightened for like and share this video. Share it so that more people can know how to enjoy and make metem.